So charities and co-ops, because not every business aims to make a profit. When we're looking at sole traders, partnerships, LTDs, PLCs, we were assuming that these are businesses that are aiming to make a profit, whereas charities and co-ops are a little bit different. Here are some logos of some major UK charities. So main features of cooperatives and charities. In terms of their aims, co-ops are, I suppose they want to make a profit for their members, but they might have other aims as well. So here are two UK co-ops. One is a workers' cooperative, SUMA. They're a wholesaler of food and cooking ingredients and products like that, and their workers own the co-op, and they aim to make money, make profit, and be a business that sells to retailers. However, they also have the aims of having a really fair workplace. They pay all their workers the same amount regardless of their job, and they conduct their business in a way that aligns with their aims of equality. The co-op is a consumer cooperative, so co-op shops and the co-op banks, and technically they're owned by their customers who are their members, a consumer co-op. Back years and years and years ago, they used to actually pay their customers a dividend, so distribute the profits. They don't now. They give their members benefits in terms of like coupons and things like that, and giveaways. But also the co-op have other aims apart from just being a food shop or a bank. When they first started off, they wanted to be a business that provided reasonably priced food to their customers. So that's why a lot of co-ops that originally set up, and they also have very ethical aims as well. They give to a lot of local charities. So in terms of charities, their aims, like RSPCA, Cancer Research UK, they want to minimise their costs and maximise their income so they can give it to their charitable activities. So Cancer Research will be researching the science behind cancer and treatments and all those types of things. RSPCA is rescuing animals, maybe prosecuting, taking legal action against people that have been cruel to animals, and also providing the homes for the animals as well. Ownership, as I said before, with co-ops, we get workers' cooperatives, you get consumer cooperatives. With charities, it would be a board of trustees that are people that are skilled and experienced, that are trusted to act on the best behalf of the organisation, of the charity, and they would make the high-level decision, but the charity might have employees that make the day-to-day decisions. The use of the profits of the cooperative, as I said, either distributed to the workers or to the customers, maybe in the dividends, or it could be in other benefits. Charities, the money is distributed to help that specific cause. If we look at some past paper questions, haven't been a huge amount of past paper questions on this area, but I found this one on co-ops. So who are most likely to be owners of these shops? So co-ops are either workers or consumers. So we've got the customers there. And what is the term for the share of the profits of cooperatives? It's the same if it was an LTD or a PLC, it's dividend. Here's a slightly more difficult question, but a very recent one. It's talking about the Dogs Trust. So this is a charity looking after, caring for lots of dogs and rehoming centres. So very much like the RSPCA, I suppose. So with reference to the Dogs Trust, describe how the features of the Dogs Trust charity will differ from a private sector business. So for 6 marks, and you've got to relate it to Dogs Trust. So here was the mark scheme. So they're not allowed to make a profit from the donations it's received for the dogs. So any money they receive is used to help meet their specific charitable aims, and they talk about it here, like rehoming centres and all those types of things. So you can mention that. They don't pay tax on any of the donations it receives, so more of that money can go to funding it. So that's true. Charities don't pay tax on donations that they received. They are heavily regulated though, because they're getting this huge benefit that they're not paying this tax. So they're regulated by a charity commission to make sure the donations are going to that specific cause, and there's no huge bonuses paid to staff. I recently read about a charity, not the Dogs Trust I have to say, but another animal charity that was paying, interior designers like thousands, £150,000 and those types of things, and they're being investigated at the moment because that doesn't seem like in line with their aims. And their proceeds are spent in accordance with the aims of the charity, so that's very similar. It's a bit of a repeat of of that first one there. Quite a hard question, but lots to look at there that you could use in other similar questions.